turning on a thin black sheet of glass. She saw both the lives flash before her eyes. She didn't even have time to cry. She was so...
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Only Shannon Knows. I am and have been reclaiming my focus, especially with this last quarter of 2025. It's Shannon. It's been a while since I have been online. I want to start by saying thank you for everyone for sticking around. I'll get into why I've been offline and then what I'm going to be doing forward, if anything at all. I decided to really take a step back and look at reprioritizing my life. So over the past few months, I've been reflecting deeply on what Only Shannon Knows really means, because it's not just for me, it's about all of you out there. And something didn't feel right. So I took a break. I wanted to start this channel by really pouring out my heart and covering stories that mattered in cases like Travis Decker, who's now been found deceased, Emily Kaiser, who's now beginning to post again and share her side of the story. And while those are important, and I'll continue to bring thoughtful updates where I can on that, I also wanted to realize that my purpose, at least from my perspective, is bigger than the headlines. And I want this channel to evolve into something that not only tells stories, but transforms lives and really get into what I believe everybody is facing these days. One of the other items that I did was I was starting my channel, and the reason for the name Only Shannon Knows, it was to share my story of addiction, being the survivor of and somebody who struggled. My late husband struggled with addiction, and to go through his story and share that in hopes that it would help others. Through that process, it did bring a lot of pain and a lot of hurt up. So I moved away from that content. And I always like true crime, justice. And so that's where I delve into Travis Decker. And then I got involved with Emily Kaiser just because of the content that she was putting online, and then the lack of awareness with regards to a pool fence, etc. And with that being said, trust me, my life is definitely not perfect. And I decided to take a step back and really realize, what do I want to do with this channel, if anything at all? So what this next chapter is about, we're heading into the final quarter of 2025. And I really made the decision that this season is about locking into faith, locking into health, family, and growth, including jobs. I've been in senior management for years. I know what it feels like to fight for a seat at the table, and more importantly, what it takes to stay there. I want to start by sharing those lessons. I want to share about how to prepare for high stakes executive meetings, how I speak with confidence and continue to refine this, and then also how I navigate the setbacks while raising 2 children and building a career, because this can be extremely difficult. And then how faith really anchors me when everything feels uncertain. I also am in the technology industry. And for those of you who are in the technology industry, you're aware that at any point in time, a job could be lost. And I have been extremely involved in the media, what the stock markets are doing. I have paid attention to what teams are doing within the current organization I'm in. I have applied to jobs. I have done a lot of different things because I am a single parent and I am the only income bearer in this house, and I do not want to be without a job. So that being said, I decided, again, why I took a step back, was to really focus on looking within, not looking at Emily. Yes, I kept a pulse on Travis. There really wasn't anything to update anybody. Otherwise, I would have provided a post, other than he did pass away, which I'm assuming everybody knows that by now. So other than that, I really wanted to focus within and see what it is that I need to do myself to take care of the children, to take care of the family, to do what is supportive, what God is calling me to do, navigating this life of online dating. I don't know how people do it. Comment below what that looks like, where I failed at that, what it looks like to work in this high profile career and where there aren't raises. There haven't been raises for 2 years. I would say there's probably not going to be a raise in 2026. I am aware that there is a potential for layoffs. I am aware that there are certain companies in the technology industry, the larger tech firms, that are going to be doing layoffs starting in November. So, that being said, it is now time to really hone in and to make sure my skill set is where it needs to be. And I thought I would share all of that with you. So it's a complete shift from what my original channel was about to then what it turned into to now. So I understand I might lose some people, but I just really believe that this would benefit other people because I followed other people on YouTube and their stories and their recommendations have helped me. So this quarter, I'm going to focus on becoming the healthiest, strongest version of myself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I want to show up as a better mom, as a better leader, and as a better woman of faith. I have definitely I'm on a GLP-1. I've lost my way. I have not been working out as much. I have not been tracking as much. And I need to get back to being strong again. So with every video here, I want to have a purpose. I want to help everybody grow, to hold me accountable. And I'm hoping others will join me as well. And just to remind us that there's healing and ambition that can actually coexist. I also did attend my first Al-Anon meeting last Friday, and I will delve into that. I will delve into the grieving process that my children have just now started going through and how difficult it's been, how I've thought of taking time off of work, taking leave of absence. It has just been a complete struggle. And through that, though, there is light that is there. There is a reason, there is a purpose, and that's why I want to be on here and share it with all of you. So if you've been feeling stuck in your job, in your routine, in your faith, if you're jobless, this is your sign and this is your time to recommit. We're going to do this together. So subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment if you're ready to reset this last quarter with me, and let's make the rest of 2025 the foundation for something stronger, because it's not just about finding your seat. It's about owning the room once you're in it and how to navigate that with intention, not feelings, data-driven intention. So this is the still true stories. We're talking about healing, and we're going to talk about the courage to start again. So thank you, everybody, for being along with me on this journey, and I look forward to continuing to connect with all of you. My next video will be coming out shortly.